Hi, I'm Wendy Kopp. I'm the CEO of the Teach for All network, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2012 JDC board mission. I was able to visit Teach First Israel just a few months ago for a few days, and it was, I found it to be just an incredible few days. We got to get out into classrooms to spend time with the teaching participants, got to spend time talking with the JDC and meeting with folks in the ministry, and meeting the incredible network of supporters in the private sector and in the teacher education community as well. And I just came away so enthused about and just impressed by the progress Teach First Israel has made, and also by its incredible potential. I guess, three things struck me in particular. First of all, clearly Teach First Israel enjoys one of the very strongest governmental partnerships that we see anywhere across the Teach for All network. And I know this is hugely because of the JDC. It was just so impressive to see the ministry just truly embrace this program, operate with a very clear understanding of the value that it can bring, and really think about how to utilize Teach First Israel strategically in its broader objectives. So that was just very, very impressive. I think secondly, scale is one thing that's very important. I mean, we're not in any of these Teach for All programs working to provide the nation's teachers, but we are working to build a leadership force for change, and to do that requires building a strong critical mass of folks. And so when we consider how early on Teach First Israel is in its trajectory, the scale of the country and the scale of the cohorts that have been recruited, Teach First Israel is actually one of the strongest across the whole network in terms of scale and in terms of caliber of recruits. I saw that this year the program is recruiting something like 1 in 16 or 17 of its applicants, which is a selectivity rate that puts it in the top tier of all the Teach for All programs, including, the first two programs, Teach for America and Teach First. So it's so impressive. We were so excited to be able to host one of Teach for All's network learning trips in Israel earlier this year, so that we could learn more about the strategies that Teach First Israel is pursuing to recruit so effectively and select candidates so carefully. So that knowing that people are everything, clearly the quantity and the caliber of recruits is a huge fundamental piece of the puzzle to strong Teach for All organizations. So that was very impressive to see. And then finally, it was just so inspiring to spend time with some of the Teach First participants. And even as I sit here, I'm thinking back to some of the classrooms we visited, where we saw teachers, in some cases, truly putting their kids on seemingly a pretty meaningfully different trajectory. I think about some of the talks that some of the teachers gave to some of the groups of supporters who came together while I was there, and just incredibly committed, passionate, talented folks, and just spending time with them led me to feel like I could see the future in Israel, because just listening to them, to me it becomes so clear that in the short run, clearly they're pouring everything they have into impacting the lives of the kids they're working with. But these are people who have all the building blocks for long-term fundamental leadership, and to just envision what they'll be doing in 5 years and 10 years to contribute to fundamental progress led me to be just really confident that Teach First Israel will have seeded a really effective leadership force for long-term change.